Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Good evening once again, everybody. Can I get everybody's attention, please? आप सब की तवज्जो चाहूँगा मैं. Once again, can I have everybody and all the other guests who just joined us, including Mani over there, put your hands together for our lovely bride and groom. They're looking absolutely gorgeous. And the most important question of this evening: did you guys enjoy your dinner? Put your hands together for this lovely venue and the Spice Village, who are catering for us today. And can you also hear for the father of the bride? उनके लिए बहुत सारी तालियां, माशाल्लाह, प्यारे लग रहे हैं, gorgeous, ओए आज तो हीरो लग रहे हो, क्या बात है, छा गए सर तुझे. Nice. Those who don't know, my name is Salman Malik. I'm your brother-in-law. So Zeeshan के लिए बहुत सारी तालियां, especially because he wanted to walk all the way यहाँ पे आने के लिए, and I think it takes a lot to do this. And he did it for you. All the Pakistani wives are gonna go home and say, oh, look what Zeeshan did for his wife. तू मेरे लिए की किता? तुसी मेनू गिलास पानी नहीं पवा सकते? देखो अगला उठो चल के इत्थे आ गया, If you can't understand this, I'll give you subtitles later. Don't worry. We'll have a DVD available soon. This guy's filming us. Okay. So we have a best man who is he your best man? Not really. Okay. He's forced us to make him the best man. We'll come back to him. We have some of Zeeshan's friends at the back. As they are in the back row. They booked it right last minute. So can you put your hands together for John? John, can you stand up? So John is one of Zeeshan's good friends. Nadia should know as well. They play a lot of video games together. Just stay here. Just stay here. That's my stage. I'll keep you here. That's fine. Just stay here. Stay here. So John, how are you feeling and loving haircut?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello everyone. Me and Z met we were friends at St. Charles School, and we were at first we were shy to talk to each other once, and
then you added him on Facebook, is it? No? I just want to know who poked who on Facebook. That's what I want to know.
No, we was friends at school, St. Charles School. So we would try talking to each other, and then afterwards we started talking to each other and just playing football together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he was inspiring to me. So he was, every time we play, we went to go out to play pool, and so everything he done, he wasn't scared. I was like, wow. Wow.
So you're saying he's a safe guy, yeah? Do you know anything about Zeeshan you don't like? I'm sure you love him, but tell us anything we should be aware of.
Oh, well, I think
just keep it halal, his in-laws are here, so yeah.
No, he's really good with everyone. He's
very respectful.
Yeah, very respectful and very kind and honest person. That's why we've been I'll always be there for him. He's always there for me. But yeah, so and with Nadia. And he's I know that he told me about Nadia, that she's really nice girl. So since they've been together a while, and then he's been so happy, very very happy, smiling face. Yeah.
Thank you very much, John. Obviously, John said he could go all night with this speech, but he has to enjoy the desserts. And John, mashallah, I really enjoyed the food. He did ask me if he can have the portion for this table. Yeah, we'll give you the portion. Take away, inshallah. Thank you, John, and take your seats. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, oh, this is good. Always smiling, huh? Nice.
I try.
So, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਬਾਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਾ ਆਈ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੱਸਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਚੰਗਾ Nice. So I've been married 8 years. That's my wife over there. Maliha, put your hands together for my wife. Yeah. So this is the first time I'm sort of holding the mic in terms of the family. Mana main, आप मुझे और दीगर जगह पे देखते हैं माशाल्लाह. So it's very good. So moving on. I think it's about time to call the best man on stage, who is all dressed up today in Primark. We all do. And yeah, he is like a brother to Zeeshan. He's actually his actual brother. Put your hands together for Murtaza Rizvi for his lovely speech, which he prepared 2 minutes ago. There you go.
Thanks, Roman. Just want to clarify, it's actually H, yeah, thanks. Hi, everybody. My name's Murtaza. I have got the honour of being Zeeshan's best man. He only asked me 2 weeks ago, but I said, yeah, all right. Thanks, Z. And I've known Z for 31 years. He was born my little brother in 1987. I have prepared a speech, as Sulman mentioned. Busy preparing this for months. Wrote it about just a week ago. Anyway, so just want to say, Nadia, you look lovely. Zeeshan, brushed up very well. And it all starts in Ashford Hospital, where Zeeshan was born. The whole family then moved to Sunbury for a while, and we found ourselves in Croydon in 1996. Dad managed to find a bit of a bigger place because we were outgrowing things. So he was in Croydon, living opposite St Lloyd's Park, where we cultivated a love of football. Lots of green space, lots of space to run around. And Zeeshan had a few options. Decided to support Crystal Palace for a bit, but I supported Arsenal, and it wasn't long before he copied me and said, actually, you know what, I'll support Arsenal too. So we endured a few years of disappointment, but the main thing is he liked to copy his big brother, and I'd like to think that he looks up to me a little bit. It wasn't the first time he copied me when he supported Arsenal. I experimented with hairstyles, as you can see. Zeeshan took things a bit further, experimenting with things like earrings. And as you can see, he's got a lovely earring in his left ear, which he still has. He also experimented with clothing. He ended up experimenting. Hello? Hi. He also ended up experimenting with clothing, wearing tracksuits, hoodies, these kind of things. Luckily, he brushed up pretty well tonight. Looks pretty smart. I think you'll all agree. Yeah, thanks. So, Z enjoyed a bit of Jamaican music. He was known as Ziggy in school, and it's still a name that he goes by, inspired by Bob Marley. But don't give that up, that's a pretty good one. So, Z and I always shared a few adventures together. Last year we went to Snowdonia. I took him over to Wales, where I'd spend a bit of time, and went up into the hills. You'll remember this, we went on a zip line trip. We got our own Jeep, we got taken up to the top. It was very cold, we went through the clouds, went to the top, and I was shaking. Z was looking quite excited. So the zip line was 1.5 miles along a massive lake that was filled in. Quite a scary proposition for most people. Z, being the brave guy he is, saw his moment to shine. I flew down, Z flew down with me. Me being a bit heavier, I got to the bottom first. I looked behind me, I realised I was very, very nervous, and I was just allowed to be back on the ground. I looked behind me and saw a small figure coming back through the clouds with the biggest smile on his face I've ever seen. He absolutely loved it. Got to the bottom and we both had a great time. So Z, like John mentioned earlier, he's been a very determined guy through his whole life and an inspiration to many other people he meets. And as a result, he's got a lot of friends who are very close to him. Z always gets what he wants, really. The family capitalised on this. Z, being a wheelchair user, absolutely milked it. And being a Pakistani wheelchair user, even milked it more. He managed to get the best seats in the house, often in hotels. He'd get upgrades. He managed to skip hours worth of queues thanks to Z. One of our best achievements by milking it was when Z and I took in a curried football pie, hot steaming pie, into an Arsenal match. we managed to get through security with a large piece of pie hidden in his wheelchair. When we pulled it out at half time on a cold afternoon watching Wolverhampton play, we were the envy of all the surrounding fans. So Zee's always been a bit of a copycat, let's say. He enjoyed watching me and then trying things himself. I left home from Croydon, travelled west to Cardiff. Zeeshan decided to travel west to Gloucester, where he ended up at National Star College, and where he met some of his best friends who are here today at the back. Hey guys at the back, here, you alright? And it was actually some of his friends, Becky, who was the one he managed to, let's say, meet Nadia through. So, we both have a love of the North. My fiance's here, Heidi over there. Heidi, give everyone a wave. Heidi's here with her family. Heidi comes from Manchester, so it's a really, pretty much the opposite of where I come from. But Zeeshan has always copied me, like I say, and managed to find himself a northern bride in Nadia himself. Well done, Z. You managed to pick me to the post, and you're getting married here today. Congratulations. Just want to say, Nadia, you look absolutely lovely, your dress is absolutely wonderful, you both look like a lovely couple, and I really wish you all the best for your future and many happy years together. So just wanted to raise whatever you've got, whether it's a shoe, a handbag or your glass, ideally your glass, and just say cheers to Zeeshan and Nadia. Cheers, Zeeshan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for Murtaza. Wow, he was such a natural. See? Only took him 3 days to prepare this, which is good. Cheers, Diet Coke, everybody. Right, perfect. So we'll be serving desserts very soon and the rest of the pictures. But before we carry on, where are all the aunties in the house? Put your hands up. All the aunties? Koi bhi haath nahi uthayegi. Koi bhi nahi haath. Aunties. You auntie, one auntie over there, any aunties here? No. Hi, astaghfirullah. मैं हले ते 25 साल दी होई हां, मैं किथे आंटी? हले मेरे बच्चे 45 दे हो गए, मैं किथे आंटी? Any aunties on this side? No, we got one auntie there. That's my mom, by the way, guys. Put your hands together for my mom. She has come all the way from Bahrain, or as Pakistani people say, Bahrain, to see me. Wow, nice. Are you an auntie? Just like my mom, there are a lot of aunties, Pakistani aunties, most that you should be aware of. When they go to weddings like this, उनके सिर्फ 2 काम होते हैं, एक खाना खाना और एक रिश्ते ढूंढना. So they're looking for a proposal. Especially ladies like my mom, especially, So this lady has got a rishta scanner going on, right? It goes something like this. Taken. 4 बच्चे. Cute boy, nice job, lives in Croydon, reject. Cute boy, part-time Uber driver, shirt, Kazandi, beard gang, hashtag, reject. You know why he's rejected? Man spends too much time on Snapchat. So, एक काम उनका ये होता है रिश्ते ढूंढना, और दूसरी बाजी का सिर्फ यही काम होता है कि just commenting on other ladies' outfits. हाँ, देखो पिछले साल का फैशन पा के आ गई. हाँ, देखो साउथ का उधर लेके आई है. मैं उधर देखा ही पुराना फैशन है, पता नहीं पाकिस्तानों मंगाया है, And that's all they do, right? Just speak about the food and speak about the clothes and the rishtas, and that's all it is. So I came from Pakistan. Who's Pakistanis in the house? Give me a cheer. Where are the Pakistanis? Do we have any Indians in the house? Who's Indian? Who's Indian? Hang on, let me call security. Hang on. No, it's okay. We love Indians, of course. So I came from Pakistan, and I was a very bad student. My mom knows that as well. I was a nalaik student, and I gave my A-level exam. मैंने वो मैट्रिक का एग्जाम दिया ना, and I failed. And I was very upset. My parents were very upset. My mom and everybody was upset, and I was quite suicidal. And at that point, my mom goes to me, "Beta, don't do suicide. Get married instead." Zeeshan, are you listening? So I said to her, you know what? I want to get married in England. But that's not a real story. My father-in-law's here. I'm just making this up, right? So don't take it too seriously. So I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to leave you guys with this. Applying for a UK visa is the most difficult thing in the world. But don't worry, John. Thanks to Brexit, you'll be applying your visa very soon. Don't worry. So I applied for a UK visa from Pakistan. And as expected, my visa got rejected. And I have a Punjabi father, you know, he was like, Kutta, Kamina, tera visa reject ho gaya, hoya ki? I said, Dad, you know, the visa office lady asked me a simple question. Onne mainu puchhiya ki how long do you need the visa in the UK for? How long? And I'm a straightforward man. I replied in Urdu and Punjabi. मैं क्या? तुसी भावे 2 मिनट दे दो, मैं केड़ा वापस आना? So I think I should translate. I said, babes, you can give me visa for 2 minutes. I ain't coming back. So here I am, and it's a long story. I think when you it's very different when you get on an aeroplane. So I was sitting on a plane for the very first time by myself. It was very different. It's PIA. Anybody heard of that? Yeah.
Yes.
Allah करे कि आपके दुश्मन भी ना बैठे, you know, PIA. It's very difficult. So I sat on PIA and I was very excited, you know. So this lady, she got all the food to me. तो मैंने थोड़ा सा खाया, मैं कहा बाजी बाकी पैक करा दो, you know. And she just slapped me, said तेरी पुप्पी का घर नहीं है, जितना खाना खा दे बाकी दफा हो. But yeah, it's really nice to see you guys and hope you guys enjoyed the dessert. Once again, can you put your hands together for our lovely bride and groom? I think they're looking absolutely gorgeous. So in a minute, can I get all the friends and other family who haven't taken the pictures? Aap aake photos lein. We'll be serving desserts. We'll do the cake cutting shortly. And also put your hands together for our lovely musicians, the Shanti Duo. They'll be playing some live music. Why are you leaving her alone, huh? Thank you very much. See you guys shortly. My name is Salman. Thank you. Thank you.